Okay, I promised some live videos, but Facebook won't allow that apparently because of, they want to track my presence and my existence wherever I go, and I don't think they need to do that. So I'll do it this way. I'm going to show you and tell you a little bit about what I'm doing in the studio. Today is, it's Wednesday. So my painting here that I'm working on, it's nowhere near complete. The decisions that I'm trying to make now are about values, the type of visual appearance that the painting will have when it's complete. I sand my paintings down, I scrape my paintings down, I build up textures, I put gessos or plasters of stuff back into my work. I do all kinds of things. So last night I photographed this piece, and I had decided that the values in this particular area were not light enough. So the first thing I wanted to do is I corrected my drawing a little bit here this morning, and then I have mixed up a little bit of a light warm gray that I'm going to put in here, and after that then I'll go down into this area. The reason I put these gessos back into this area in here, and it's so textured that the gesso actually bonds to this. It's a special mixture. But anyway, if you have taken my fundamentals of painting course that's on my website, this is basically no more than the lemon theory in there that I talk about. I want to get the brighter, more bright colors in here, and in order to do so, I have made this white. So I've mixed up a little bit of gray here, and I don't really so my objective in here is to basically, I'm kind of correcting the drawing as I'm going along here, but I want to get at least a little bit of a lighter value in and behind these formations, Monument Valley. Now the value that you see may be too light. Again, I'm going over my rock formations, but all of that can be taken care of in later stages. So I'm really interested in just lightening up the value first, and just a special tool here. I know somebody's wondering what in the world am I doing here. I'm just spreading thin paint over the top of this. It's like a glaze. And when this dries up, then I can come back in and I can change the value, change the color, do everything to it. And so I really don't, I'm kind of indiscriminate about this. I don't really, what I mean by that is I'm not paying attention to the lines. I'm not trying to stay inside the lines. I'm really making sure that I get coverage in here. And so I have lightened that. You can see that it's just way too strong of a contrast. So the same little pile that I have here, I can come in and mix. Now, if you've been to the desert and you notice the cloud formations, the color or the value that's reflected underneath the clouds is going to be it's going to be mainly because the light reflects off the desert scene back into the bottom of the clouds. So I will just play around a little bit with that warm idea of warmer light underneath this. Now, the color that I'm mixing into this gray is orange or a purple or something of that nature, because that's kind of the desert colors, is those oranges and purples, and I can just play around with that a little bit to whatever degree that I want. So that warmth actually then acts as kind of the reflective color from the desert back up underneath the clouds. So really what happens is it starts creating harmonies, these light harmonies. And if you're painting and if you're putting in just some kind of a indiscriminate indiscriminate value back there, and you're not paying attention to the actual color of your light, where it's coming from, how it's bouncing around, you're really missing the point. So you can see just by doing this morning here, I'm already liking it better because I'm getting kind of the random fun little colors that I like to, or strokes actually, not color, but strokes. Getting that throughout my piece. And you know, I like that. So without pursuing this anymore right now, in order for the demonstration, I will move to the other area and kind of prove my point, which is I want to get the brightest, start with the brightest oranges that I can get on the ground, or the Arizona desert ground here, and then I will gray them back as I proceed. But so you can see the old color here, and look how much brighter that goes on here, right? So this is the old color I had, but because I have the white down here, like I said, it's the lemon theory in my art course. So now I have a real nice kind of a pure color that I can put down here, and then I can knock it back here later. But I wanted to start with kind of this really nice orangey color, and then once again I will photograph it overnight, and then I will come in and knock it back where it needs to be. And this is just, you know, cad yellows, cad oranges in here right now, a little bit of white. I don't mix it up purely. And what I mean, I don't mix it all the way up when it's on my palette. I just do it on the painting. Now, if I take another way I can do this is I can take a little bit of turpentine, and I got all this paint on here, and I can just stain the rest of this. So I'm actually staining the gessos with the paint. I kind of like that. It's a kind of a contemporary or graphic look to the color shape, as opposed to just rendering, just purely just rendering it. And a lot of times I will scrape my paintings down because they do look just rendered. I just kind of despise that myself. Okay, so that's a quick little lesson in how I proceed through my paintings, how I evaluate the work, how I pay attention to the colors, the light shapes, the color temperature, the color of light, and the drawing, all in about a 10-minute lectures here. So this is just one element, one part of me completing a painting. So anyway, thanks for watching.